Oh my gosh, Klay Thompson fumbled Meg the Stallion?
Taken out of his hand. Cam Newton decides not to dive in there. And
he backed away from it. He jumped away and.
Oh my gosh, what is Klay Thompson going to do now? Now, I have an even better question for you guys. Why do women believe that Meg the Stallion was fumbled in the first place? And an even more important question, what does Klay Thompson and Meg the Stallion actually represent? Make sure you join today's conversation. Like the video, hype the video, and subscribe to the channel because this is the Confidence and Clarity channel. My name is Bertrand, and this is the video topic for today. So let's get into it. First, we're going to start with the post that Meg the Stallion actually made, and then we're going to talk about who fumbled who and what actually happened and why all of this matters. So here we go. I've made the decision to end my relationship with Klay. Trust, fidelity, and respect are non-negotiable for me in the relationship. And when those values are compromised, there's no real path forward. Now, the funny thing is, this is the same woman who was with, I believe his name was Party Next Door, and this man was literally trying to protect this woman's image and support this woman through the Tory Lanez trial. Now, the funny thing about the Tory Lanez trial was that we also found out that she has a list of men that she's been dealing with, and that list came out. Now, was this during the time that they were in a relationship? I don't know, but I believe so, because the whole reason why that situation happened with Tory Lanez allegedly had to do with the fact that Tory Lanez could have possibly been interested or dealing with someone else, meaning another woman, not just her. But she has a boyfriend. Party. Anyway, next slide. Here we go. And this one came from her, I guess her actual like social media account. Here we go. Cheating had me all around your whole family playing house. Got cold feet. Holding you down through all your horrible mood swings and treatment towards me during your basketball season. Now you don't even know if you can be monogamous. I need a real break after this one. Bye, y'all.
See, bitch, you didn't think this through. This is what happens when you make dumb decisions in life. That one was cost you yours. You know that, right? No, you ain't okay. Go to the hospital.
Now, here's the crazy thing about what she's saying. Does she even understand his life? Does she understand his career? Does she understand what this man has done in his career? Klay Thompson is a $300 million athlete. Okay. Now, he's not quite at 300 million, but the reason why he's having mood swings is because he realizes that his next contract is very dependent on what he does this season, which he hasn't really had a good season compared to the Klay of old, compared to the Klay Thompson who won 4 championships. And just to give you guys just a little bit of where he is in the basketball universe, Michael Jordan has 6. Kobe has 5. Magic Johnson has 5. I believe Tim Duncan has 5. LeBron has 4. Him and Steph Curry and Klay Thompson together, because they were teammates, they have 4 championships. Okay, meaning these are all rare. Impossible to meet, impossible to find. These are the imaginary women that, these are the imaginary men that women are looking for because they believe that these guys are not going to care about their past. But remember, we're talking about the mood swings. So here's what you got to understand. He made almost $200 million from the Warriors. He knows he's at the end of his career. He knows that his performance is going to dictate how much he can make with his next contract, or if he can even continue playing basketball. Now, I don't know, and I don't believe he needs any more money, but when you're competitive, you're not looking to give up that edge. You're not looking to give up or give away anything that you could possibly make millions of dollars from. Now, here's the funny thing about her making a post like this. Number one, she's telling his business, which should be a non-negotiable for any man that's in this type of position, because she's making him look extremely bad, right? Meaning she's messing up his potential brand. Here's something you guys may not know. He's making about 15 to 20 million dollars on endorsements, right? And I believe that actually may be her entire net worth, not his NBA contracts, just his endorsements. Okay. Again, I know he doesn't want to retire, but that's something he has to think about. As a professional athlete, the one thing you don't want to think about is the end. You don't want to think about retiring. So she should have been there really more to support him. But this post lets me know she was also adding to the stress of his mood swings, because when you have bad games in the NBA, you get cut, you get waived, you get released. It's hard for you to get the next contract, which means it's hard for you to get more money. Now, do you think that this woman, do you think Meg was actually with him because of him or his money? Well, let's get into this talk. Klay Thompson represented the ultimate confidence for women, because what women saw with Meg the Stallion and Klay Thompson was you can play in every single man's face. You can be as disrespectful, nasty, raunchy. You can just be out there. You can have your body, your likeness, your image out there for every man to see and for a lot of men to have. And you're going to get a fractioner, meaning a top tier guy, a guy that it's impossible to meet, because the type of money that he makes, it doesn't even register as 1%, meaning the rest of the people on the planet are not even close to what this man has made in his career as it stands right now. Because again, I let you guys know that Klay Thompson is a $300 million athlete, or he's very, very close to it, meaning he's somewhere between 240 and about 260 at this current time. If he does well, then he could potentially get another contract, which means he gets closer and closer to that 300 million. So let's just say he's a $250 million athlete, professional basketball player. Now, the clarity that men see or saw is that, oh, okay, cool. He understands that you cannot turn a WAP into a wife. You can't. And if you do, well, just look at what happened with her counterpart. Look at what happened with Cardi B, right? As a married man, when I saw her arguing with Offset, I said, oh my God, they're arguing over food. A lot, you got, if you watch this channel, you have heard me say one of the most irritating conversations you're going to have every single day is, what are we going to eat? Because the woman is always going to be indecisive about what she wants to eat. She's going to want you to read her mind. You're not going to be able to just bring food home, any type of food. You're going to have to make sure that it is a long drawn out conversation. Some days will be easy, but some days, oh my gosh. Meg, the face of women stealing money from men, just taking money out of men's pockets. This is who Meg the Stallion represents, right? Hot girl summer, being outside, getting just letting the guys just have all kind of turns with her, right? That's who and what she represents. Now, she had a message in WAP. The message in WAP was she don't cook, she don't clean, but she still got the ring. Well, that's false. Now, Cardi B did, but we saw how that turned out for Cardi B. So really quick, did Klay Thompson actually fumble Meg the Stallion? Well, let's think about it like this. Klay Thompson, a $250 million athlete who's 6'7", and plays in the NBA. The majority of women would say they would love to be a side chick to that type of man because of the potential luxurious, comfortable lifestyle that they get to live. Now, Meg Thee Stallion, let's give her some credit here. She's tall. She's a lot of men would say that she's average, right? But there are a lot of women, okay? So let's focus on this part. A lot of women would say, oh my gosh, her face card, she looks so good, she's pretty, she's this, she's that. Most men don't look at Meg Thee Stallion the way that other women look at Meg Thee Stallion, and it looks like Meg Thee Stallion likes men. But the good thing about Meg Thee Stallion is she doesn't have any children, right? So he could have potentially had some tall children that would have had, you know, some size to them, because she's not a skinny woman. So if they would have had children, they could have potentially had some more NBA superstars. I mean, because his father, Klay Thompson's father, was also an NBA champion. Right? He was also, little do a lot of people know, his father, Michael Thompson, was the #1 pick. Right? So that means his father was very good in basketball, and his mother was a white woman. So him choosing a black woman is a little bit different, especially for him. Now, Klay Thompson represented the cleanup guy. He represented the image, the fantasy that women have in their minds about being able to get out here, run up their body count, and then being able to go back and get the guy with all the money in the world. Go get the guy who has the unlimited amount of money. Then we start to hear that women are complaining about him, saying that he's just like every other guy, when men keep telling women that the higher that those guys are up, the more women that are around. Quick question. Who benefits more from the publicity of this relationship? Meg Thee Stallion. Because Klay Thompson actually is in a position to destroy his image and destroy his career by dealing with a woman like Meg Thee Stallion, because of all of the negative attention that she brings. Yes, men definitely want that WAP, right? But they don't really want to marry that WAP. There's a difference. It shows, like, what I'm starting to see is that women have no idea of how a man views a woman. I keep saying there's 4 categories. Got the wife, the companion. If you want to know what's super funny to me about this entire situation, women are more mad at Klay Thompson than they are at the women or the woman that he was potentially cheating with. Now, I would just call them competition, but others would just say Klay Thompson is a dog. Oh my God. When you have $300 million, when you have $250 million that you've accumulated in your career, you actually get to choose on a daily basis, on an hourly basis, on a thought basis about who you want to deal with, because those women are throwing themselves at these type of men, because that type of opportunity is not something that they get every day. In fact, like I said before, this guy, Klay Thompson, is a fractioner, meaning you're not going to meet another guy like him. Steph Curry, already married. LeBron James, already married. Kevin Durant said he's not getting married. And I could understand why, because that woman is coming after your money, not looking to help and protect your heart. But maybe I'm tripping. You know what? I always like to end with this message. Fellas, get your mind, your body, and your spirit together. Here on my channel, I encourage you to become one of the fractioners, or move your way up from average as high as you can go. Get to top tier, get to the top 10%, get to the top 5%, get to the top 1%, okay? If it's possible for you, do that, because you actually get to choose the way that you want to live. Yes, right now, a lot of these women feel sorry and feel sympathy for Meg Thee Stallion, but a lot of women are in Klay Thompson's DMs because now they get an opportunity. But am I tripping? Comment your thoughts under this video. If you made it this far in the video, make sure you like and hype the video. Also, subscribe to the channel for more confidence and clarity, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.